This even more World Cup qualifying picks edition of the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network is brought to you by Underdog. Underdog is hooking up new customers. Play just $5, get $100 in bonus funds. Sign up with the code PLGP. Welcome, everybody, to the Premier League Gambling Podcast on the Sports Gambling Podcast Network. My name is Malcolm Bamford, coming to you from Newcastle upon Tyne in the northeast of England. Today is Sunday, November the 16th, just still, and we are here to possibly talk about the international football that's happened over the weekend, and then we'll make some more exciting picks on the upcoming fixtures for the next two nights. Joining us eventually, it's been an absolute fiasco, is the late Barry Penaluna. Hello, Barry. How are you?
I'm very good, thank you. It has been a bit of a shambles, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has actually.
I assume I'm getting all the blame for that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, firstly, I mean, do you want to... We were scheduled for 10 o'clock, weren't we? And then what happened first? So
you schedule it for 10 o'clock, so that was just done. So I asked you what time we scheduled it, and then I asked kindly if we could change it to 10:30, and you said yes.
Yeah.
And I thought you would update the time because that's your job. You don't do much on this show, but you generally set the time of the show. So I tend to leave that to you. You forgot to change it, and then everybody arrived at 10 o'clock and had a lovely time without us.
The best bit of everyone's evening has been the half an hour before we turned up.
Yeah,
and then,
definitely.
Barry, you managed to be 3 minutes late for the half an hour late show.
So I can explain all of this. And then, to be fair, when I arrived, you weren't ready anyway because your fucking microphone wasn't working. So we had to wait for you to turn it off and turn it back on.
It was working, exactly. All I did was leave the studio and come back in the studio and it's working. So I'll just do that in future.
I think that's a metaphorically leaving the studio. I think people are probably picturing you walking out of your lounge into the kitchen and then walking back in. That didn't fix it.
No, I click that arrow, Baz, that makes me go out, and then I click the other arrow that makes me come back in.
But the reason I asked for 10:30 is because everyone's sitting in this lounge until about that time. So I can either do it in the kitchen, but the kitchen's a fucking bomb site because I cooked late on tonight.
Okay.
And I couldn't be bothered to mess about. So I thought 10:30, everyone will bug it off. Problem was, I'm a Celebrity.
I'm a Celebrity, 10:35.
Yeah, 10:35 stitched us up.
So I told you this. Didn't I mention ITV's 9:05 situation last week? See?
Shambles.
People thought that was not going to affect their lives. 1 week on, it's affecting all your lives. And once again, I'm ahead of the curve when it comes to this.
Yeah, I got ahead of it. I had to allow the family to finish their TV and then shepherd them out.
Oh, no, I penultimate adverts. I clucked that it was 10:35 and said, right, penultimate advert, so around about 10:20, everyone well, there wasn't everyone, it was only me and B, actually. I went to work yesterday. The IT department was in York all day, so I was just leaving the kids here. So I said to B, what are you doing this afternoon? And her reply was, teaching myself to make my bum go in a circle. No further questions, Barry. I thought it was safer at that point to ask no further questions as to why or how, or I didn't know what that meant. Teaching myself to make my bum go in a circle. So that's a nice way to spend a Saturday, isn't it? Nice, nice to have a hobby, Barry. Do you know what I mean? Joe said we should settle on cowboy time moving forward. That's an MLB gambling podcast reference. Barry, do you know what cowboy time is?
10 to 10.
Yeah, see? I said that, and all the American people thought I was entirely off my lips. And I just thought it was quite a common phrase, but yeah, it is 10-10, isn't it? What we got to talk about? Oh, I'll tell you what we do first. I've got an episode of You Are the Ref, Barry. In fact, if your refereeing daughter was there, you can ask her this later. I saw something today in football that I have never, ever seen before. I've been to 1 million games of football. I've watched 1 million more games of football. And I am aware of a further 1 million games of football. But I saw something I've never, ever seen before. Cup semi-final this morning. Newcastle East End v Wickham. Finished 4-4. 4-1 down, came back to 4-4. So we went straight to penalties. We scored, they scored, we scored, they scored. Third penalty taker comes up for Wickham. Slots it in the top corner. Then there's a little bit of consternation around. And it got disallowed, Barry. And my question to you and all the readers is, why was that third penalty disallowed? So we can revisit this later on, because it's something I've never been aware of before. So the penalty was disallowed. We then carried on, got back on track, and we ended up getting beat on penalties. But that wasn't the point. Why would that third penalty be disallowed, Barry? So let me remind you.
How would we know? We didn't fucking see it.
Well, yeah. Well, I was stood watching. The kid just ran up and slotted it in. There was nothing amiss. There was nothing amiss with it. The kid ran up and stuck. It was a good pen, right up in the upper 90, as the young people say. He went and stuck it in the upper 90, and that was it. Until shenanigans were afoot.
Interesting.
That was that, Barry. We'll have a good game of You Are the Ref.
Yes,
What else? Football was a bit mad. There was like, especially the other night, the last couple of nights, there was all sorts of mad stuff happening. Republic of Ireland came from absolutely nowhere to give themselves a chance, didn't they? They beat Portugal. I did repeatedly say the other night, Barry, on the back of making a load of shit picks, that Portugal were too short at the Republic of Ireland. They were like 1-4 or something silly. Republic of Ireland knocked them off. What about Cristiano Ronaldo? He is someone I didn't think would come back into my life.
it's ridiculous.
I like before.
You know what's more ridiculous is the people on social media trying to stick
Barry,
it
this
for
is
him
my
and defend
point.
it. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Absolute
what's
madness.
wrong?
They're
No.
making out like he's the only centre forward that's ever had defenders hassling him and sort of
But
nudging
the whole
him.
Messi v Ronaldo thing was back again. And again, it's all those social media people from like from fucking Nairobi or Dubai or somewhere. The referee should never referee a game. This would never happen to Messi. And I'm like, suddenly I was just teleported back to 2004 because I haven't missed Cristiano Ronaldo in my life at all. I don't need him there. And suddenly he was back. And it was the same shit. It was the cry eyes, the fucking histrionics. So if he's not scoring 2 penalties at a leisure centre in downtown Riyadh, like that's all I'm aware he's been doing for the last 5 or 6 years. So I didn't enjoy him being back. He would 100% be in the Hall of Tits by now. And then, like you say, it was the social media stuff was just mad. It was a proper throwback to, I was just getting ready for World Cup 2008 or something like. So yeah, all of that. But yeah, Republic of Ireland then came tonight with an incredible late hat trick, wasn't it, from Troy Parrott? A Troy Parrott hat trick. Got them the win in Hungary. And now my timeline full of Liverpool fans crying about Szoboszlai not making the World Cup.
What's that all about? I saw that. I saw a few people saying, "Oh, you've got a feel for him." Like, who cares?
Lee Smith has made a guess of, did he take the penalty 33 minutes late? Which is very funny, Lee. That's satire, that is top-class satire. It is incorrect. What we're talking about? Oh, have you seen the clip of the Irish television presenter? You know, sometimes like they'll show a clip. It used to be like Ian Wright or whatever celebrating an England goal. So this bloke's the Irish bloke's running around the studio shouting, "Have that, you Liverpool cunt!" It's Szoboszlai when he's on the screen. It's really good, really, really good. He's like the Irish Des Lynam, completely and utterly lost his marbles. So that was good. Italy. Did Italy finish 1-1 tonight? Because they were right in amongst the shit.
Didn't see that.
I've watched Nigeria v Congo, which we'll get onto. So I watched the second penalty shootout of the day.
Italy got beat 4-1 in the end.
Italy got beat 4-1.
Erling Haaland scored another hat-trick. Oh, no, he got 2. Sorry, 78 and 79. And then Strand Larsen got one in the 93rd minute. Erling Haaland scores at least 2 for Norway every time he plays, doesn't he?
I saw that goal difference was about plus 7 million. Like,
yeah.
So yeah, Wales got themselves alive. Scotland stayed alive because Denmark shit the bed a little bit. There was mad stuff going on in CONCACAF as well. Haiti gave themselves a chance. Suriname came from nowhere to put themselves in. So I enjoyed all of that, and I'll talk a little bit more about particularly the African stuff when I come to making my picks in a minute. Every episode of every show is on the SGPN app, which you can find in your favourite app store. Picks-wise, I lost a unit. I won one, pushed one, and lost two. My win was Austria on the handicap, which was comfortable enough, 2-0, which was kind of what we thought it might be. The Scotland game was really weird because of all people who came back and ruined my life, it was old Vladdy, what's his name, the Greek goalie that we signed for no reason and then sold again. He made a gazillion saves. That game was absolutely wide open until Greece scored. And then all of a sudden it wasn't wide open. And then Scotland got back to 3. So it was 3-0. They got back to 3-2. But yeah, ultimately not great. The push was the 2 goals in Nigeria versus Gabon. So that was the game I was commentating on this afternoon. So I'm still quite new to this job, Barry. I've been only doing it this season. I think I've done about 25 games, though. And I'm learning bits and tricks of the trade and stuff like that. And if you're not familiar with the players, it's trickier than if you're sitting watching a Premier League game, I'll tell you. If the players have all got funny names, Barry, and I mean funny by a Northern English white man standards, it's even trickier. This game, I've written it down here, 6 minutes at a time in the first half, Barry. 12 minutes at a time in the second half. It finished 1-1, so it went to extra time. So we got another 30 minutes. 4 minutes at a time at the end of the first half of extra time. 4 minutes at a time at the end of the second half of extra. So 140.
Did you get paid overtime?
That's what I messaged the bloke. Fucking hell. It kicked off at 4 o'clock and it finished at 10-7. I felt like I'd run a marathon. I felt like a Vietnam veteran, Barry. Like, I'm a shadow of before myself. 146 minutes of like Bruno Manga, like clearing the ball for Gabon. But it was fun because I put a bet on as well. I've also discovered if you've put a bet on the game you're commentating on. So it finished 1-1. How on earth? If someone watched that game, I need someone here who watched that game just to vouch for me.
Nobody watched that.
I know Benedict messaged me on X about it, actually. Osimhen could have scored a hat-trick in the first half, didn't. Eventually, Nigeria score, Gabon equalise. Then Osimhen goes clean through in the last minute, the 101st minute, from his own half, one-on-one with the keeper, 70-yard run. All he gets to the penalty spot, shanks it a mile wide. Like, oh, fucking leave it out. So it finishes 1-1. Extra time, and then it's immediately 4-1. Osimhen scores 2 in the first 10 minutes of extra time. So the game finished 4-1. So I felt like I was all kinds of unlucky there. Cameroon 0, DR Congo 1. Cameroon was a bad pick. At the prices, the game was dead even. There was no way Cameroon should have been favourite in hindsight. But it was Mbumo. It was the one-on-one. Just had a glorious one-on-one with about 20 minutes left and just left-footed, passed it past the post. Because we had a Mbumo first, last, anytime, all sorts. Watch the final tonight. 2 goals in the first half. It then got really cagey. Both teams, it's almost like it immediately dawned on them what was at stake, and everyone just stopped playing, which you see in knockout competition sometimes. Finished 1-1, went to penalties, and the Congo beat them. Extra time penalty, sudden death penalties. Chancellor Mbemba scored the winning penalty. Ex-Newcastle, having scored the winning goal against Cameroon in the semi-final. He never scored for Newcastle, did he? He scored 2 this weekend. Do you know my mate Foxy?
I know of him, yeah.
You met him, yeah. He bought Chancellor Mbemba's house. There you go. There's something. Over in Gateshead, High Street kind of way. That, like the posh end of Gateshead, Low Fell, that kind of way. So yeah, Chancellor Mbemba, that was that. So that was my picks. I think, Barry, you did all right, didn't you?
I did, yeah. I was just thinking you've spent a lot of time recapping all of your shit losing picks.
Baz, we got fucking 40 minutes to fill in, nothing to talk about, Baz. Don't worry about
that. You've got nothing to talk about. Danny Middle has asked what I made for dinner today, so I've got 5 minutes to fill there. Yeah, I did well. I didn't. I went undefeated. Actually, I was accused of only putting out 3 picks last week, but I did put out 4 because I doubled up in one of my games. Hungary was the first game. That was a push. I took a -1 handicap, finished 1-0. I took Slovakia to beat Northern Ireland. Got a little bit fortunate with a late one there. But Slovakia to beat Ireland came in, and I thought low scoring. I said they might nick it in a low scoring one, so that was good. And the one that went really well was the Slovenia-Kosovo game. The main pick was both teams to score no, which had really good form on both sides of it. Finished 2-0, but I also put up Kosovo as an underdog at 3-1. Kosovo were the ones that came out victorious 2-0, so nailed that one with Kosovo winning and the both teams to score no coming in. So yeah, 4 picks, 3 winners, 1 push. Good little midweek session.
Yeah, good effort, Baz. Well done. Fatty Merris has joined us.
I've splashed out tonight, man. I've got 4 picks again here.
Have you?
You messaged me earlier and said 4 picks.
Yeah.
And I've gone and matched you today.
Good. Well done. It's nice to see you putting it in, Baz. Yes. Have I said hello to everyone who's here tonight? Fatty Merris, I mentioned, had just joined us. Fef, Smudger, Callum, all here for the half an hour that we weren't here. Well done for your loyalty card. You can have a bonus stamp on your loyalty card.
I think Lee was saying before there was more people in for the half hour we weren't here than there is in here now.
Which is absolutely fair enough. Joe Dollars here. There's too much American football chat, which I don't mind. Fucking hell, we got a bet tonight on the NFL, Barry. My bet. Do you know, a bit like a Newcastle away performance, Baz, they had a field goal in like the 4th minute, hit the post. I thought, oh yeah, we fucking go. Because we're taking the overs. Any kind of points is good. Called back for a flag, half the distance to the goal, 4 more downs, turned it over on downs, and took like another 3 minutes off the clock. And I just thought, there's no way this is going to get any better. I went to the bath and put Nigeria Congo on, because I've seen enough. Your bet cashed
for clarity, yeah. I mean, for clarity, we took a pick each. We doubled it up. For clarity, mine was over 47.5 points in a game that finished with 76 points. So I cleared mine by about 28 points. So I had enough to cover both of us. If you
could have lent me 20 points,
I could have done.
I might have lost actually. I took over 37 and it finished 13-6. But when that happened anyway, that's one of those things. What we doing? Let me read some adverts out, Bazzy. Then you can tell us what you had for dinner. I refuse to make any picks until 27 minutes past. I'm not fucking having it. We are brought to you by Novig, America's #1 sports prediction market. You're getting the best prices available in over 35 states. Download the Novig app. Get $50 when you spend $5. Use the promo code SGPN. Get in on the action with Novig. Promo code SGPN. And Underdog is your home for pick-em entries. You can win up to 500 times your money. The brand new offer is for new customers. Play $5, get 100 in bonus funds when you sign up with the code PLGP. Barry, what did you have for dinner?
I had a chicken, but it was a 40 clove garlic chicken. Have you ever heard of that recipe before? I tell you what, it's a bit of a pain in the arse peeling 40 garlic cloves.
All right, you had to do it. No, it wasn't pre-prepared.
No, this. So I bought a chicken.
Yeah.
It's funny. I made this recipe about 15 years ago, and I remember it being nice. And it just popped in my head the day. So, Helen, what we're going to have for dinner? And I said,
what would happen if you used 39?
I don't know. It's 40. It's got to be 40.
Seems a lot, doesn't it?
But I said to Helen, she said, what we're going to have for dinner? I said, funnily enough, I've been thinking about that. I said, can you remember about 15 years ago when we lived in Killingworth and I made a 40 clove garlic chicken? She went, I can, yeah. I said, should we have that? She said, yeah. So I went to the shop. I bought 40 cloves of garlic. Well, I bought 4 bulbs of garlic, which had enough. A lemon, few sprigs of thyme, onions, and cooked it in a big Dutch oven. So chicken stock.
Dutch oven.
All the garlic.
Is that a sex thing?
No.
Is it not? All right.
No, so a big ceramic oval roasting dish with the lid on. So cooked it slow for about 3 hours or something, and then took the chicken out, crisped it up in the air fryer, and then with all of the juices, with all the garlic and the lemon and the herbs, just reduced that down with a bit of white wine, and then added in some creme fraiche just to make it all like a nice creamy sauce. Had that with some crispy potatoes, roasted potatoes. It was beautiful, really nice.
Sounds beautiful.
Yeah, it was good. It was worth the effort.
Well, don't know what odds we would have got on Barry giving his last a Dutch oven on a Sunday afternoon. So very good, Barry. Well done.
Still not got rid of the garlic smell from your hands. Like 40 cloves is a lot of garlic.
Yeah, mate. It's not your hands should be, but your pits are going to be fucking humming tomorrow. Are you working from home tomorrow? You're not in the office, are you?
That's the plan.
Yeah, Lee agrees that the Dutch oven is something else. Isn't it? Right, I'm going to go back to you are the ref, Barry. No one's tried to get it right. What happened was, Barry, the third penalty taker had not finished the game on the pitch. He'd been taken off. Because it's roll on, roll off subs, isn't it?
Yeah.
So the referee didn't notice, because why would you? Do you know what I mean? All these 14-year-old kids are all the same. They've all got the same shit hair. But our coach had noticed, but also waited to see if he missed, which is fucking cynical. He let him take it, because if he'd missed, he wasn't going to say anything. Once he scored, he flagged him up and said, sorry, he shouldn't be allowed to take a penalty because he wasn't on the pitch at the end of the game. So they had to. So then another kid had to come and take it and missed it. The kid who then took the second one missed it, which was bad. As it happens, we missed one after that, so they got through. But yeah, I'd never ever seen that before, and there was a lot of conjecture on the side because the parents had no. The referee doesn't turn his microphone on and say in a Mancunian accent, "All right, love, penalty disallowed." There was none of that, so we just had to try and guess what had happened. So that's what
I remember when Chloe was refereeing a tournament once, and they got to the end of a tournament, and it was a final of a tournament. It was only like 8-year-old kids or something, and the lad who was in goal, it was a team who clearly didn't have a goalkeeper, so they were rotating their keepers all day.
Yeah,
it gets to a penalty shootout, and the kid in goal is just crying because he doesn't want to be in goal for a penalty shootout. So they came over to Chloe and said, "Can we change our keeper for the shootout?" And she said, "No, don't think so." And then she went off and checked with like the tournament coordinator to say, "Can they do this?" And he was like, "No, the person who finished the game in goal has to be in goal." And this poor kid just stood there on his line and just cried and just let every one of them go straight past him. It was horrible to watch, like absolutely horrible.
Nigeria pulled the old switcheroo with the goalies tonight for the penalties. Didn't work. They got beat. But they pulled the 120th minute. Or was it Congo? Who was going that way? Hang on. He was in that goal. It was Nigeria, yeah. They pulled him in the last minute for the penalty saving, like Tim Krul style, if you remember Netherlands doing that back in the day. Okay, any more lifestyle, Barry? Make some picks. So I'd indicated last week that I'm going gigging tomorrow. It's my turn. I'm going to Gosforth Civic Hall. Is that what it's called? Yeah, Gosforth Civic Hall to see Admiral Fallow, Barry. Big old favourites on the Scottish folk / pop scene. Very often, like, they support the Proclaimers a lot. Delamitri, that kind of thing, but they're fucking brilliant. There's a lot of oboe involved, that sort of thing. But really, really good. Big fans. Me and Walker have been to see them before, and we're going down there tomorrow night.
I've been getting restless this weekend. We had nothing planned. Friday night, I sat and had a bottle of wine, and by the time I got to the end of the bottle of wine, I was just looking at what gigs were on Saturday anywhere. I was prepared to go anywhere. I was looking at gigs in Hull, Sheffield, Birmingham. Didn't end up doing anything in the end, but I felt a little bit out of sorts because I didn't have anything lined up. And I think it was worse because there was no Premier League football this weekend. All of Chloe's refereeing was cancelled yesterday because everything was waterlogged. And it was just a weekend of nothing. And sometimes I don't mind that, but I was a bit bored this weekend. So bored, I went to the gym and swim yesterday. So I swam, and then I jumped on the bike and done like 40 minutes on the exercise bike. And then I done a weights session in the gym. I must have been in the pool and gym for about 2.5 hours. I'm fucking walking like John Wayne the day. I'm absolutely paggered. I've overdone it. Like,
yeah, it sounds like it. I'm not keen on that. It was the Congo keeper that switched over, according to all the people in the chat. I had a job in York last night, Barry, which was entirely forgettable. But it was notable for one reason. Wedding, 80 to 100 guests. Every single one of them had massive jam jar glasses. It was the fucking most peculiar thing I've ever seen. Like, from 90-year-old Auntie Ethel down to 4-year-old Gregory running around. The lot of them had huge jam jar specs on, like Gary Poundland, if you know him. Like, and I couldn't obviously say why. I don't know if they just weren't very well bred or what. They were an odd bunch. They'd got married in York Minster in the afternoon because that's where they worshipped, you know. Not saying anything about religion, Barry. This goes, a lot of our listeners are American and they love all that. But yeah, 100% jam jar glasses. So yeah, that was the only notable thing for that. Barry, 4 picks each. What do you know what day or night you're starting on?
I think I am all Tuesday night.
Okay. Let me have a little see if I've got any Mondays then. Oh yeah, we're starting on Monday. Monday night, 7:45, 3:45 Eastern time. I'm going to start with Germany against Slovakia. Germany 1-5, -500, 6-1 the draw. Slovakia 10-1. I had to work hard on a pick for this one, Baz, but I fucking found an absolute beauty, so it was worth it. You know what I put the graft in. I unearthed the diamond, Baz. Germany haven't been very impressive. Like, they've been quite workmanlike, sort of scraping through. Even the fact that they're playing Big Dick Nick still up front. He scored 2 goals the other night again. But he's not kind of hugely exciting yet. I like him. I'm not entirely sold on him. But like, he's not just the sort of player you'd expect starting up front for a Premier international team. Got 2 more goals. And you still can't convince me that he's full of goals and a natural goal scorer. I don't think he is. And I don't think anyone thinks that Walter Marder is. Slovakia have been equally unimpressive. They got an injury time winner the other night against Northern Ireland. But I watched that game. There was nothing between them 2 teams. I wanted to watch it because I'd watched Ireland batter them, really, in that game before that. There was nothing in it at all. Northern Ireland were looking not to score, and then Slovakia scored from a set piece right at the death. So what that means is that this group is all still to play for. Germany have the edge. Let's just, if I can just pull the group up.
They're both on 12 points, aren't
both
they?
on
Germany?
12 points, yeah. Goal difference wouldn't come into play because if Slovakia win, they would automatically have a better goal difference than Germany. There's only 1 in it. So Germany do need the win. But I don't think Germany are capable of stuffing them. Like, they don't look capable of stuffing anyone. Then workman, like, was it Luxembourg 2-0 the other night when Voldemort got 2? That looks like the kind of game it is. And I'm not impressed with Slovakia. I just think Germany will keep them at arm's length and eventually beat them. I mean, Germany are 1-5. Do you know what I mean? It's not an impressive pick thinking that Germany are going to win. I love the price of Germany to win with under 4 goals is 11-10, plus 110. I just think Germany will touch him off. Might be a tight 1-0, 2-0, something like that. So Germany to win in under 4 goals, 11-10. Baz is my first pick. Now, I can't tell if Barry's still there or because his screen's paused. His screen's paused at the most unfortunate time because he's got his finger in his mouth. Where you gone, Baz? I'm taking him out. I'm going to put him back in. He's still got his finger in his mouth. Right, okay, we'll move on because Barry's gone without me laser gunning him this week. I'm going to go to... I haven't written these down in any kind of order whatsoever. Kosovo. Barry was talking about Kosovo earlier on. Kosovo v Switzerland is Tuesday night. Kosovo are 9-2 plus 450. 31-10 the draw plus 310. Switzerland trading about 1 to 2, minus 200 or thereabouts. The table, Switzerland obviously spanked Sweden again the other night. Switzerland is sitting on 13 points with a huge goal difference. So they're home and hose, really. Kosovo are safe for second place. I think Kosovo have to beat them by 6 or something like that. But having watched Kosovo the other night and just looking at that general form line, I think they have to. I wanted to factor them in here. Plus, Switzerland's a home and hosed already. They're a big price, Kosovo. They're in very good form. Barry's restarting his laptop, he tells me. They're in very good form. And though I don't necessarily think that they're going to win, I think the price is big enough to get them involved in something. Now, the return game, Switzerland were 4-0 up at half-time back in September. But that's really the outlier, kind of in all the form lines along here. Kosovo have kept 4 clean sheets since then. And I think they'll give this a right go. Do you know what I mean? These Balkan nations really go for it. I don't mind Kosovo over half a goal, plus half a goal, sorry, at half-time. But it is short. That's 18 to 25, minus 138. I just thought the safest bet here was both teams to score. 9 to 10, minus 111. I wanted to factor Kosovo in. The team totals and stuff, nothing was a very attractive price. So Kosovo plus a half at half-time. But BTTS is 9 to 10, minus 111. They could just easily play out a 1-1 draw here. And Barry is back. Hello, mate. What happened there?
I don't know. My computer just made a really odd sound, and then I couldn't do anything. I was just frozen. I had to restart it. Everything seems
There's
fine
a rumor
now.
that your garlic breath knocked out the camera. Is this true?
Could be the case. Who knows? Who are Kosovo playing?
Kosovo playing Switzerland.
Switzerland. So I think done and dusted, isn't it? That one.
Yes.
In terms of goal difference, would see Switzerland through anyway.
Kosovo have to win by 6, so they're not going to.
I dodged that one for that reason. To be honest, the Germany one I nearly got involved in. What was your pick on Germany in the end?
Germany to win with under 4 goals, 11 to 10.
I thought
2-0.
Low scoring might have been the way I did think unders possibly. So don't mind that either. I've mainly looked at games where there's something riding on it, because there is a load of games where they're dead rubbers now and you just don't know what to expect from those. My first one then will be from Scotland v Denmark. Got to go into the Scotland game, haven't you?
Yes, I've got that game, Baz.
So we'll kick off there. You got the prices then?
Yeah, I have. Scotland 12 to 5 plus 240. The draw 12 to 5 plus 240. Denmark 11 to 10 plus 110.
Right. I need to open my notes again now because I've closed them down. Scotland obviously looked to have potentially blown any chances the other day when they lost 3-2 to Greece. But they wouldn't have been expecting Belarus to take something off Denmark. Would the Denmark somehow conspire to drop points to Belarus, who didn't have a single point before that? So top spot still up for grabs. Denmark sit top. Scotland 1 point behind. And Scotland had been going well before that Greece defeat. They'd won 4 of the last 5 and drew only to Denmark in the reverse fixture. Now, obviously, as you'd expect, Denmark are also in good form, given that they're 1 point better off than Scotland are. They're unbeaten in their last 7 games. I didn't want to take Denmark on the road here as a favourite. I think it's a tough spot for them. They might well win it, but I think it's a difficult place to go in a big match with a lot riding on it, and particularly where a draw would be sufficient for them. But I do think goals has got a chance here. The reverse fixture did finish 0-0, which doesn't go in my favour. But Scotland have got to go for it because they've got nothing to lose. That 0-0 is the only game in 8 for Denmark that hasn't gone over 2.5 goals. So 7 of the last 8 have gone over. Denmark have actually scored 2 or more themselves in 7 of the last 8 as well. So Denmark have got plenty of goals in them. Scotland's last 3 games all went over 2.5 and both teams to score. I just think we'll get goals here between these two. I think there's a couple of these games where it might be a bit more open because you've got that team in second who can just play with a handbrake off. They're sort of locked in to the playoff positions, but they've got a chance of going for top spot. I think this is a game which could be quite open. So I'm taking the over 2.5 goals at 11 to 10.
So my angling was the same as you, Baz. I think it's a decent spot for Scotland to have a right good go at it. Denmark did drop those 2 points against Belarus the other night. And I don't think Scotland have been that bad. Danny's saying that Scotland have been quite poor this campaign. I don't like to say I haven't watched all of their games, but I've seen enough of them. I think they've been all right. I obviously factored them in Greece the other night, and I still can't work out if they were good, bad, or somewhere in the middle, because it was a really topsy-turvy kind of game. But I did want to give Scotland another chance here. At home, it is a tough place to go, Baz, I agree with you. It's going to be loud and obnoxious, and because they can qualify with a win. And I don't think Denmark are up to much, like. I don't think there's enough really between them. That home draw with Belarus isn't a great result. The return fixture finished 0-0. So I'm going to put out Scotland again at 12-5 plus 240. Or if you want your safety net, Fref was advising me earlier on to get some 7-10 shots in because he says I've been in bad form. So I need to do a data, Dave. So 7-10, Scotland double chance, Fref. Will get me back on that one. Barry, I want to play kickoff. Would you like to play kickoff now, or would you like to make another pick first?
I'm going to make another pick first.
You make another pick then, okay. Yeah. I'll get the board out.
Yeah, I'm fairly brief on this one anyway, but my next pick will be Austria v Bosnia and Herzegovina. Austria are 4-11, Bosnia 13-2 plus 650, and a draw 17-4 plus 425. Austria sit top on 18 points, but not locked into first. Bosnia are only 2 points behind, so a Bosnia win here would see them win the group. So much like Scotland, they've got a chance. They can go for it. Nothing to lose. Can't lose their second spot, but can gain the first place. Austria are strong favourites, 4-11. They have won 6 of the last 7, but it's been a pretty easy group, this one. Austria won the reverse fixture 2-1 away in Bosnia. And that's been Bosnia's only defeat, but as I say, it has been a fairly straightforward group. So both teams have done pretty much what you'd expect against the opponents have come up against. I think Austria might win it, but I think Bosnia have got goals in them. They've not failed to score in 9 straight games now. They scored in the defeat against Denmark in the reverse fixture. And as I say, they've got nothing to lose here. Bosnia are all going to go for it. As I say, can't drop out a second, but have to have a right go and try and get one over on Austria. I think they'll get a goal. And I thought both teams to score was a lovely price here. Both teams to score 6-5 plus 120. It's going to be my pick. Austria v Bosnia and Herzegovina. 6-5 for both teams to score.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all because I was quite concerned with Austria conceding the other day against Cyprus. I thought they might have to score 3 goals to cover the handicap, which I thought they could. As it happens, it finished 2-0. And Cyprus being lively at home, Austria do concede, and Bosnia are a better team, Baz, so I concur with you on that one. We're going to have a little game of kickoff after I've told you about Rhythm, crushing it in college football. NFL just added NBA 2, weekly cash prizes for tracking all your bets in the app. Track 5 bets of the same type in the model, and you could win $1,000. The promo code is SGPN25 for downloading the Rhythm app for 25% off your first month. Download Rhythm, use promo code SGPN25. Right, it is time for the board game that has gripped the Western Hemisphere. Early stages of the second half, Barry leads 2-0. It was very much one-way traffic. It is my turn, Barry. We are in the centre circle, left of centre. And I'm going to play this bad boy here, Baz. 7 forward and 3 that way. Which, Barry? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Fucking wallop. That's in the goal, Barry, is where that is. Now, we haven't had this. This is my first shot on target.
Yeah, I don't know what to do here. I've never had to face this situation.
Well, exactly. I'm going to have to talk you through it because your goalie hasn't been stood crying. Your goalie's been having a lovely time. Right, your options are, Barry, play a goalkeeper card if you have one. If you don't have one, play a corner card if you've got one. If you don't have that either, I've scored.
So, the goalkeeper card, is that just anyone with a glove in the corner?
No, it's a goalie.
It's got to be a physical goalkeeper card.
It's a goalkeeper.
Yeah, no bother. I'll play a corner.
Ooh, if you're not got a goalie? Well, you don't have to tell me. This is good for me, though.
So it's got goalkeeper written on it if I've got a goalie card.
It's got a picture of a goalkeeper. It's got goalkeeper. You're not confusing it for anything else, Barry.
We'll send it out for a corner then.
Okay. What colour, Barry?
Blue.
Blue, right, okay. So we'll put the ballers out for a blue corner over here. So next time, Barry, what'll happen is, if you remember, I'll cut the cards, and if I've got the little blue corner flag, I've scored. If I've got anything else, I haven't scored. Okay?
Yeah. Seems unlikely.
Well, it doesn't. It seems likely. So that's Wolfgang Vogel, by the way, with the effort on target. If anyone's had Wolfgang Vogel over half a shot, you're in business. Mustafa Jin turned it round the post. Corner kick. Yeah, to me. To be taken on the next episode. That was exciting. I might be back in it here, Baz. Early second half goal. It's absolutely game on. Danny's spot on. Barry, do you want to go next?
Yeah, you've probably got this one as well. I'm assuming Wales v Slovakia.
No.
I thought you had to go for that one because it's another one with someone riding on it, isn't it? So, sorry, it's not Wales v Slovakia. Wales v North Macedonia is the correct one. But I mean, it's fighting it out for second place in this group. Belgium look to have it sewn up. Still one game to go, but Belgium are playing Liechtenstein in the final game. So you'd expect Liechtenstein being bottom of the league. Belgium should walk through that one. So it is all or nothing for these two sides. North Macedonia sits second on 13 points. Wales sits third on 13 points. Goal difference, North Macedonia are 5 better, but it's not really. So it's only going to change if Wales win. The reverse fixture ended up in a draw in North Macedonia. And draws are a common feature in the Macedonian form line. Last 3 in a row, all finished in a draw. And 5 of the last 8 finished in a draw for North Macedonia. So Wales do have to win here, but I'm just not convinced they're good enough. Even in front of their own crowd, they were uninspiring the other day in a 1-0 win over Liechtenstein, who generally get beaten by multiple goals by everybody. And they lost 4 of the last 6 games now. The only teams they've beaten is Liechtenstein and Kazakhstan, who are very much the whipping boys of this group. Macedonia aren't winning many themselves, but they've avoided defeat twice against Belgium in against better competition than this. And they've lost only 1 of their last 15 games now, Macedonia. As I say, there's tons of draws in there. But I just think Wales are a bit too short. 8-11 for Wales. I think Macedonia can avoid defeat, so I'll take the other side of that. I'll take Macedonia on the double chance at 21-20. As I say, 1 defeat in 15. And that form line just looks a little bit stronger than Wales's does for me.
I can get you 11-10, Barry, if you want. Because North Macedonia are 11-10 to finish in the top 2 in the group. Betting. So you can have that extra.
While I'm there, I'll finish off because I've got the other one in the same group. It's a very short one anyway. Whilst we're in the group, Belgium, as I say, are playing Liechtenstein. They are 1-150 to beat Liechtenstein at home. But I'm going to take them on the handicap -5.5. So Belgium to win by 6 or more, which is a bit of a risky one. It's a bit of a stupid one, really. But they beat them 6-0 on the road. They've now got them at home in a game that they have to win. They don't have to win by 6, obviously, but they have to win to guarantee top spot. Belgium have been one of the highest scorers in this qualifying. Not as many as Norway, as we've mentioned. They've got tons more than anybody. And there's only San Marino and Moldova who've conceded more than Liechtenstein so far in this qualifying campaign. So Belgium will win on the handicap, -5.5 at 10-11.
Okay, now get in there. Okay. Yeah, I haven't. I've out of Europe, Barry. You know me. I like to cast my eye further afield, and I'm into CONCACAF. Barry, I'm just trying to pull up. Oh, fucking Bet365 have moved everything again. World Cup qualifying, North and Central American World Cup qualifying, because this was chaos the other day. Curacao put themselves in a good spot by winning 7-0. Jamaica shit the bed. Haiti came out of nowhere. It was absolute bedlam. So the big game on Wednesday morning, 1 o'clock in the morning. So that'll be 9 p.m., 8 p.m. Tuesday Eastern time is Panama and El Salvador, Barry. Obviously. Panama 1-5 favourites, -500. The draw is 15-4 plus 475. El Salvador at 11-1. So Panama sitting second here on goal difference behind Suriname. And these are for automatic places as well. They're not going into the intercontinental playoff, which is what the Congo qualified for today. These are for automatic spots. Panama second on goal difference behind Suriname. And Panama had a little wobble at the weekend. They made real hard work of beating Guatemala 3-2. At the same time, Suriname stuffed El Salvador 4-0. And El Salvador have just done a terrible, terrible run. Like, on sort of name brand, because El Salvador used to make a World Cup and that, didn't they? You'd have them above, like, Suriname and Haiti and Curacao. But they're very much on the bottom part of their cycle. Panama need to win, and they need to run up a score. So it's trying to find a pick here. The Panama handicap is 5-6. Panama to score both halves is 5-6. The over 2.5 is 7-10. Feffer, if we can get that on side. But just on the results of that last game, El Salvador away from home, getting absolutely pummeled, and Panama's need to run up the score. I'm going to take the Panama team total because the jump in prices, the over 1.5 is 3-10. It's minus 333. But the over 2.5 is 11-10. There's a fucking huge disparity. It's like the bookies will allow them to score 2, but don't think they can score 3, which is a fine line for me, like, when they need to run up a score. So I'm going to take over 2.5 team total for Panama against El Salvador. Baz, any strong thoughts on that?
No strong thoughts on that. I'll leave that stuff to you.
I've got something I wanted to tell you, Baz. I don't know if did you see on Twitter, Tommy Unders messaged me last week with do you remember the Midtjylland minus 250, 2-5 to make the top 8?
Yeah.
Tommy Unders has gone for the fucking mega whale play, and he's bet it, Barry. He sent me a screenshot.
Oof.
He's had $6.04
Oof.
to win $8.45. So well done, Tommy. Tommy put that bet on, then took the trouble of screenshotting it and sent it to me. So Tommy Unders is all in on
he's starting a slow roller.
The slow roller. Don't talk about that, Barry.
Classic slow roller pick.
Rest in peace, the slow roller. Never did fucking roll, did it? Well, thankfully, Barry, we finished.
To be fair, if I heard you putting out a banker like that, I wouldn't put more than $6 on it either.
No, he's absolutely right. That was painful, but the Premier League's back this weekend, Baz. Newcastle v Man City, chief among them on Saturday tea time. Do you have anything else you want to tell the people before we let them go?
No. I'm looking forward to getting Premier League back this weekend. It's been awful. It's just what are you meant to do?
No international break now till March.
Yeah, that's good. Let's crack on with it.
Yeah.
I'll tell you what I don't like looking forward is the fact there was only one game on Boxing Day.
Like the only good thing about like an old fart. Barry, there'll be 100 games in your postcode on Boxing Day. Go and watch one of them.
But I'll be sat in a pub on Boxing Day up in Newcastle. That's the day. It's always been sat in a pub watching 4 games in a row. Like
the King George is on. You can watch all sorts of things.
I don't want to watch that shite. Rubbish.
Go to a match. Get out. You can stand and watch Binghamtown with a pint in your hand.
I'll be in Newcastle, 200 miles north of Binghamtown.
Well, you'll be absolutely fine, man. And it's our match that's on, so what's the problem there?
Well, I've got to wait till 8 o'clock. I'll be pissed up by then.
Fucking hell. Miserable get.
Shite.
Yeah. Thursday night, do you reckon, Baz? 10 o'clock, 10:30, 10:33, something like that?
Probably be sometime on Thursday night.
Sometime
we'll let you know at the last minute. If you just turn up, we might be here and we might not. But yeah.
If you could all clear your diaries for a period of 4 or 5 hours, at some point me and Barry will turn up, talk a lot of bollocks, and then go away again. Thanks everyone for enduring this. It's not our fault it's international break, you know what I mean? We've got mouths to feed, so we have to do this. Yeah, thanks for listening. Good luck with your bets on Germany and Kosovo and Scotland and Wales, not Wales, Macedonia and Panama and everybody else. And we will see you all down the road. Cheers.